What you doing this weekend? Where you gonna go? How you gonna do it? Oh, don't you know? Find out what's in store and what's on show on the Sydney weekend. Come on, let's go.
Good day and welcome to the show. School holidays are going full bore, and being a father of three, I'm fully aware by this stage of the holidays that there's a few dads and probably a lot more mums that are feeling a little bit frazzled. Well, I have hatched a plan for you mums and dads to have a break immediately after the school holidays are finished. Thanks to Logicol, over the next 6 weeks, I've got some fantastic things to give away. So it's only logical that you watch the show. Here's a quick look at what we got coming up. Sal just can't help herself.
It's not unusual to grab a bargain. Oh, Tommy.
Also, Felicity's gearing up for the big game.
It's Australia versus South Africa in the rugby tonight. And I'm having brekkie with the Wallabies.
And this could possibly be the biggest, best value hot deal we've ever had. How's that to beat the winter blues?
Come on, let's go.
Most people go boating in the summer months, but have a look at this. Middle of winter, sparkling day on pit water, and better, I've got the whole place to myself. And just round this corner, I know a very, very special place where you can tie up the dinghy. Well, the big dinghy. It's a big one. Now, you have to agree with me, we're always looking for that out-of-the-way weekender. Well, I found a place that's really secluded, in fact, in a national park, right on the water, but is not really that far out of the way. If you want some really unique accommodation that's self-contained, with the option of having a top-shelf restaurant right on your doorstep, well, do yourself a favour. You better book in here, the Cottage Point Inn and Restaurant. Put your boat shoes up in one of the 2 luxury apartments. The Premier Suite is big enough to sink a ship. The chef's kitchen has everything you need to settle in for a long voyage. You can play battleships in the huge spa and retire below decks in stylish comfort. The views from the porthole are everything you'd expect in a first-class cabin. The restaurant's waterside. This building used to house the old boat shed and general store, but was converted into an exclusive restaurant in the 70s. Dan McKinnon has been moored here for the last 16 years. Now, when you stay here, it's a package and it includes breakfast and dinner in the restaurant. And let me tell you, the accommodation is absolutely outrageous, but so is the restaurant. And you will run into Dan, who is your host. And, mate, you've been running the place for 16 years.
I have, mate.
Why?
Have a look around. Why not?
Oh, no. It's just the most beautiful place. And Dan, I believe that this is the land of the long lunch.
We have many people stay. Sometimes it's difficult to get rid of them, mate.
Mate, it'd be a nightmare in summer, wouldn't it? Daylight
It's
saving.
very busy.
Shotting them out of the joint. Now, what sort of food do you have on your menu?
We've got some beautiful seafood and a combination of meat and game dishes as well.
Well, I know, mate. Look, my seafood was outstanding, and I don't know what you actually had, but it looked good.
I had the venison. It was delicious.
Now, don't go away. Plenty more Sydney Weekender coming up, including our Logicol giveaway. I've got one more question for you. You going to stay another 16 years?
I certainly hope so.
It's not a bad spot. Can we move the Sydney Weekender offices up here? You'll love it up at the Cottage Point Inn. Make a weekend of it from $490 per couple per night, including a meal for 2 and brekkie provisions. Call to book on 9456 1011.
If beach sports strike you as, well, a little sporty, then may I suggest a sport that is going to suit you a whole lot better?
Hey, shopping's a sport, especially the way I do it.
And down in Manly, there's a couple of markets that are going to give you and your wallet a total workout.
What have we got
Hi,
here?
good morning. Yeah, would you like to try a cup of tea?
Love some.
We have jasmine tea, we have oolong tea here.
Why don't I try the jasmine?
Jasmine, yeah, it's very good in the morning.
Here at Manly Village Public School, there's plenty to try.
Styling.
And lots of winter fashion just waiting to get wrapped around you.
This is so me. I love furry stuff. Perfect for winter.
But if you prefer your fashion baby size,
So cute. Is this my size?
then there's all sorts of things you can pick up for your littlies. And as for you new mums or mums-to-be, can you guess what these are?
Do you guys design these?
Yeah, we do. We design and make these in Australia.
What are they?
These are called Modest Mums.
Modest mums. Clever.
Speaking of mums, the place is full of proud ones using the school markets for all sorts of worthwhile pursuits.
And we're actually looking for vintage clothes because we're going to an 80s party in a couple of weeks, so that'll be gorgeous.
This is the spot to find it
This
then.
is definitely the spot to find things like that.
And why not? The markets are run by the P&C, so all the money stays in the school. So it feels pretty good to drop a few dollars here.
Most of the parents come down on the weekends when they have the markets. A lot of the parents have stalls, so you always catch up with your friends, get a coffee. They usually have music playing, so it's a good atmosphere. It's a really nice vibe.
It's nice that all the money goes back to the school.
It does. It's a great fundraiser for the school.
Yeah.
Now, just up near the Corso, you'll find another fantastic market. And I bet you'll find at least one thing here you've never found before.
Wow. Magnetic jewellery. It's pretty clever. Means you don't have to fiddle around.
See, these are the Manly art and craft markets, but it's not all just folk art and tie-dye. These are cutting-edge markets filled to the brim with creativity and some stuff that is, well, just amazing.
So now I'm working with Siberian tusk, which is about 10,000 years old. They're getting from like places like Alaska, northern parts of Mongolia and Siberia. They do a lot of mining up there. When they're doing a lot of this blasting, they're finding fragments of mammoth tusks, they're finding whole mammoth tusks.
Whole mammoth tusks?
They're just pulling these out of the permafrost.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to leave him to that mammoth task and deal with my own permafrost issues. Around my toes in particular.
Have you got your Uggies for winter yet? How much are these?
Hey, a girl's got to treat herself. Whether it's something sweet or something sweet.
Cutest gift idea, even if it is for yourself. Sally.
There's something for everyone at the Manly Arts and Craft Market just off the Corso. It's on every weekend. And grab yourself a bargain at the Manly Village Public School Markets on the third Saturday of every month. Coming up after the break, cruising with Adam.
Ship ahoy, let's set some sail.
And food for champions.
They're big boys, they run a lot, and they're playing South Africa tonight. So what gets a wallaby started on game day? Breakfast!
watching Sydney Weekender. As you know, I'm cruising beautiful Pittwater on a Sea Ray 44th, courtesy of my friends at Andrew Short Marine. Now, if you want to catch up with Andrew and his staff, they'll be at the Sydney International Boat Show between the 2nd and the 7th of August. Down at Darling Harbour, of course, they have the full range of Sea Ray boats starting at $30,000 up to $3 million. Go down and see Andrew and his friends. If that's a little bit out of budget, they can service all of your boating needs. And I reckon there might be a couple of mates rates happening there. For Sydney Weekender viewers, tell them that the Wit sent you. As you can see, well, there's not a lot happening out here on Pittwater, and that's the way I like it. But there's plenty happening out and around in old Sydney town these school holidays. Not a bad fishing boat, eh?
Your galaxy will be starry-eyed at the Festival of the Stars tonight at Sydney Observatory. Scope it out and get your tickets at the door. And happy birthday to Featherdale Wildlife Park, which turns 35 tomorrow. There's presents for everyone. Check out the website for a great deal on family tickets to join the party animals. And for a great value read this weekend, get the new winter edition of the Sydney Weekender magazine. Only $5.95 from your newsagent. But if you subscribe for just $22, that's 4 issues for the year, you'll automatically go in the draw to win a fantastic prize. Thanks to Coleman, you can win everything you need for a fabulous weekend away in the great outdoors. Each prize pack is worth $2,260 and there's 2 to give away. But you've got to subscribe to enter, so call 1-800-2050-47 and good luck.
If you want to launch yourself out onto Sydney Harbour, Balmoral Beach is a beaut place to do it. Ship ahoy, let's set some sail.
Find your sea legs at Balmoral Sailing School at the southern end of Balmoral Beach. If you can swim and you're bigger than 5 years old, they've got a flotilla of floaty things to hire. But most importantly, they can teach you how to use them.
And it's a pushing-pull technique. So you push with your top hand and pull with your bottom hand.
If you're new to it all, kayaking is the easiest way to start.
Woohoo!
Paddling around the moorings is fun, the nautical version of window shopping, if you like. Nice. Then head for open water and do some sprint work. Or go exploring. The shoreline of Middle Harbour is a part of Sydney you've probably never seen quite like this.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's such a great, easy activity you can do, and something you can do with the little ones or the older children. And it's beautiful just to be out in the water. It's so relaxing.
Hobie Cats are another steady, safe and simple way to get out on the water and learn about sailing.
Wind direction is here, right? Across the breeze being reached this way.
There's always a safety boat around, and once you've got the hang of it, sailing's a breeze. Well, that's when there is a breeze. Otherwise, it's a very nice way to float.
Well, we've got the boat, we've got the water. There's one thing that Balmoral Sail hasn't supplied, and that's the wind.
But when the wind's away, the cats can play.
They're catching up on us, mate. Pull on that blue rope.
This is going to be a real cat fight. Crew, fire up the motors, twin engines. Hey, we came second. Yeah.
We'll get you next time.
Now when push comes to shove, sailboarding is good fun too, even without the wind.
You know, sailboarding is one of the most exciting sports in the world, but today it's a bit like waiting for a bus. 190 to Palmy, I hope.
For beginners though, these are the best conditions. You can learn to balance and take in the view at the same time.
John, is Balmoral and Middle Harbour a good place to learn to sail?
It's idyllic. This location,